Thank you, Andrew. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Hey, don't fall asleep. I know some people from Europe. Yeah, it's a morning for you. Anyway, hey, everybody, welcome to Montreal. Pleasure to be here, and we always love Montreal. I didn't realize this is the largest French-speaking city outside Paris. It's probably much I can do. Or Bordeaux, probably another one I can say. Okay, so I wanted to just quickly go through what we have done. For the last, this is the end of fiscal year, so to speak. So I want to first of all talk about thanking the board. We have world-class board, really, literally. Not only give us the strategic guidance, but also it really roll up the sleeve and they're really helping us on execution side. So my sincere thank you for the board. Every single one of you guys are really incredible contributor to this organization and the success and the progress that we're making. So thank you. Let's give a round of applause. We also have another world-class technology board. It's really helping us execution, and you will see from Pascal's presentation, you definitely would appreciate what these people has done. We have two new members. One Kevin already mentioned. The other one is she's now here. Samantha is a group VP for security, all security product for Juniper. So really the strategy and the product. So it's and then we're adding a woman to the board, so which is really good, really good. Welcome the new committee chairs, really helping us to move things forward. Some of them are obviously are new, and some of them are been here for a while. Really help us to move things forward. Thank you for stepping up. Really lead MEF to go into the next chapter of our life. So another year, we're moving things forward. So really, really good. Now here's my favorite, the new CEO advisor board. No men's allowed, but anyway. So I'm just kidding. I just figured that initially we put so much emphasis on women at MEF. So we have 4 outstanding CEOs, really stepping up as the founding group, which we eventually gonna have more of them coming in. So Elisabetta, I know you guys heard her when we were in Rome. She presented. Marissa, you probably haven't really heard, but anyway, she's amazing and running Pan Africa networks. Carrie, who's the CEO of Code, really helping us to grow. So this is amazing. And then Elliot, who's CEO of Orange Business, and huge business, and she's stepping in a big role, really helped to grow that business. And thank you, Frank, for the introduction and hosting us a couple years ago. Maybe we'll circle back to Paris again soon here. All right, so we're gonna do a first face-to-face meeting on the CEO Council here in be in Dallas when we do the GNE. So I'm looking forward to that. We're looking forward to the discussion with the board and the technology advisor board as well. So last and not least, and it's clearly it's really important for the support of this group has given to the MEF. From requirement to standards to industry adoption is really incredible. For the last 12 months, we have 17 new standards adopted, and there's a 39 call for comments. And that's a lot of work, right? So also currently we have 57 active projects ongoing across all 4 committees. So it's a very active group and people are working on, especially for the groups and really making huge impacts in the industry, make huge impacts in the certification effort we're trying to do. So it's my hats off to everybody. And in addition, on the PR front, we also making good progress. We literally issued 11 releases. You can argue, oh, okay, well you did your own, pounding on your own chest. But we have 53, I think was press coverages, like in the tier 1 publications. You know, that's every week we get something in the press. So it's actually pretty amazing. Get over 2,000 mentions in the press. So it's really good progress as well. So I wanted to make sure that we kind of putting everything we do. We got a lot of things going on. I want to make sure that we put everything we do into something easy to remember. You know, as you guys work with me before, I'm kind of like number 3. You know, I don't really, my buffer size is 3, so anything beyond 3 I can't remember. So what I was saying is that really our vision is really about the networks as a service. You know, we have at the board meeting we had a little bit debate about what the name we should use, but in general, network service is something really we're trying to be an umbrella to cover all the works we're doing here. So there are basically 3 pillars: services, which we define; automation, which we enable; and ecosystem we try to build. And across them all, we have certification, both from services, automation, potentially ecosystems. And we have a lot more to cover in this area. But I wanted to put it into a framework where we as a MEF kind of know our mission and how we actually going to accomplish that in those 3 pillars and with the certification together. So if you think about the focus area for the next 12 months, and including this month, those are 3 areas. Let me just kind of dive right in. Andrew mentioned that the adoption is pretty phenomenal in terms of the business APIs, the Sonata APIs we developed. We start to working on or delivering the operational APIs, which is really huge, considering once you have the agreements between the businesses, the actually realization of that delivery has to go through the operational APIs for automation. So it's really good. Great use cases, new payloads, new releases coming. We're reaching probably by end of the year. Well, by end of the year, we're reaching between 51 and 46. Very precise from our analyst stand. So anyway, also we have a Friggy release. Now it's in the LSO marketplace. So that's really important because they give people opportunities to be able to really kind of build the business cases around building the LSO APIs, be able to identify as well as to access those APIs. In addition, find the required products and services payloads for using the APIs, right? And last but not least, you're getting support from the marketplace. So it's really well done place. If the people who hasn't really been in the MEF should check it out. It's a really well done place for getting LSO adopted. For SASE, we're moving forward with not only the standards, but also we're really building the certification. The beta is going to be this coming quarter, so hopefully we'll be able to really move things forward on the certification. Initially, for the vendors, happy to report there's 6 security vendors already agreed to do the certification on the SASE certification, and then we continue to expand and eventually get to expand to the SP service provider certification as well. And we talk a lot about potential getting we're going to do the push, but we're also going to do a pull, which is from enterprise perspective, have enterprise to actually telling, hey, you need to get a certification done. So we're working that angle. We talked about this morning at board meeting as well. The certification including basically 3 components: the SD-WAN certification, SSE certification, as well as Zero Trust certification to really come together as a SASE certification. Secure NAS, we really help to lead the new generation of NAS. I know that the terminology has been around for decades, right? So now we're really trying to move it into reinterpret it, or if you would redefine it, so that it actually makes sense and doing a positive contribution to the industry in general to really help us to guide the industry forward. And we in that sense, we're launching a blueprint at GNE, specifically really cover the overall secure NAS. how we're going to do it. It will be a tremendous vehicle to really help us to celebrate the MEF work. Speaking of that, it's all come together as a GNE. So first of all, is our signature event, flagship event, which for those of you who hasn't really attended before, we're really looking at the largest event we put on. Not necessarily it's by the numbers too, but mostly by attendees. A different set of not only these people in this group, but also a lot of executives from different walks of our industry, enterprise, vendors, technology providers, as well as the service providers. They come together for a 2-day event. Last real event we did together in LA, it was 2019, right before the pandemic. So we took a hiatus for 3 years, and now we're coming back, really helping to move the industry forward, especially focusing on the network as a service. So the things are really coming together well. Thank you for all the people who doing, sponsors speaking, and as well as other help you guys put together. And my hats off to Lori, Kevin, who have put a tremendous amount of effort to actually make this event successful. And we are a really small team, but the people in this room and the people are in her team and that work with Lori has been just tremendous to put an event like this size together. It will be, if any past success is a judgment, it will be professionally done. It will be amazing. And what I'm looking forward to, and most looking forward to, is the Tuesday night, the black tie dinner. So I want to make sure you guys get your tux ready and get your evening gowns ready so that we can have a good time. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lorella to come in and talk a little bit about the women and MEF. Thank you very much, guys.